Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to episode 3 of this Let's Play Civilization 5 as Venice. In the previous episode, we did some stuff. Sorry, I was just setting up my timer. Right, so yeah, we explored a whole bunch more. We bought the city of Ragusa, so that is now one of our puppets. And we have massively expanded our navy, so we actually have a rather large fleet, which is currently combing the world trying to find new trade routes, because despite the fact that we can have a possible of 8, there are none available. We just can't reach any, which is tragic considering it's already 380 AD. I mean, this is roughly the time, maybe in 100 years or so, that Venice would really take off. But yeah, we could be doing a lot better than we are. In fact, no, it's still fairly early for Venice, thinking about it. So we're just going to continue exploring and trying to find new areas to trade. We found the Rock of Gibraltar. Increased happiness and produces output. I mean, it produces money and stuff. If you were working it with a city, which we can't because we can't build cities. Unless someone else were to build a city over there and we took it. Leave you. I think you are just driving up here, having a look around. You can sail through to here. I think we may well end up in Belgrade at the end of this turn. Not too much I can do about that though. We have a ship going that way. We don't have a ship going this way yet. Well, we can easily fix that. Then we have you coming over here. And we have, wow, Lancers. Huh. This is a unit you get in like the 1800s. Strength 25 compared to strength 16. That's huge. Strength 11. Interesting. Okay. I did once see a nation which had anti-tank guns at the same time as everyone else had like musketeers and things, because they'd done this. They had a unit of lancers which they then got the ruin upgrade and made it into anti-tank guns. Right, these scouts might die here. Oh, no, they didn't. Good. Alright, we're suffering combat penalties because our people are unhappy. I think what I might do is hit you first with the scout and move the swordsman up here to kill them. These guys might attack me, but these guys wouldn't be able to get to the scout, so hopefully the scouts are then secure. I think I might send the lancers down to the bottom there. Have a look around. Someone build Petra. Damn it, that's another nice one. But we do have a desert, but it's not adjacent, so it wouldn't have mattered. You are actually. We'll keep you around here somewhere. We'll just fortify you. Seems like a good little junction to defend. So we have 2 ships on this side and then multiple on the other, because it looks like the other side will be where combat actually occurs. You've done all the searching you can do, so we'll just stick you there. We'll just run through Belgrade. We'll annoy them a bit because we're ending the turn in their borders, but we can't really do anything about that. What actually are we researching? We are getting metal casting. Metal casing. Yeah, no. Religion enhanced. How many are left? 2. I think it's somewhat unlikely that we'll get a religion of our own. So even though we've really annoyed Belgrade by sitting in their borders, they do actually recover over time. So I am really not too concerned about it. Just means that they're not a candidate for bribing just yet. I'll leave you up here. Keep an eye over that area. In fact, I could even leave you here so we don't get any barbarians spawning on this island. Alright, swordsman. think I'm going to go back to sea. I'll send the swordsman back over this way, and I'll have the scout probably heal up on that island. That's another one. There's one left. And considering you need at least 134, I don't think we'll make it. It's another 100 turns, essentially. Alright, building another swordsman there. Got a Colosseum next turn, that's lovely. Let's send you over here, let's send you over here. Lumber mill. Let's continue having a look around, shall we? It was another one. Ife. 8 faith as well. Nice. There's another one over there. So this is kind of the island of city-states, apparently. Life targets nearby encampment. That one. So killing that encampment make a lot of people very happy with us. And they've just spawned another warrior. Fantastic. We're still on our way down there though. Oh, and we'll be stuck in Ife. Man, Ife is in a terrible location. You're going to have basically half the space you ordinarily would. That's rough. We'll just sit here and rest. Recover our strength. There's Budapest. Hi, Budapest. We are not the first one here. Only 15 gold. Usually it's double that if you're the first one to have met them, so there must be another player civilization. Or rather, another major civilization in this area. Can we trade with anyone yet? Oh. Someone's just become medieval. Budapest seeks investors. See, them seeking investors is good because that means that you get more influence for bribing them. So we will always be trying to bribe those nations first. We'll go and sit on here. These guys could attack us, but it's into the forest on hills, and we have the rough fighting bonus. So they would be pretty badly beaten up if they did that. So I'm just going to stick you here just so we can see these two tiles, and then after that we have explored everything down here. Is this actually a passage? It is. Okay. Let's have you rest up. Great Mosque Gen. New religion. Is that the last one? Yep. Alright, so we're not going to get our own religion, so we'll have to adopt one. But that is not too bad a thing because we trade with everyone, so we're very likely to get lots of religious pressure. I mean, that's kind of why I wanted my own religion. So that I could A, get trade bonuses from it, which you can do. They can be very lucrative. And B, I'll spread it really easily because of all the trade. Rest you off a bit. Have another rough terrain swordsman. In fact, we can send you over onto that direction to go and fight against them. Another ruin. Alright, Venice. Time for a granary, so you can keep expanding. Seeing as we're on 0 happiness now. Oh, can't wait to build workshops. Could also build a horseman or something. Oh right, the other horse is being used by the Lancer, so we're kind of lucky that we didn't have any already. Zanzibar. Let's have a proper look around. Okay, you've finished that, so I guess we'll go and build a lumber mill up here. I'm still somewhat tempted to build a mine, but we want Venice to be massive, so no, we'll go with the lumber mill. That's fine. We're hemorrhaging money at this point. because we are maintaining a large military for one city or two cities. And we're building a lot of buildings because we have excellent production. You going to sail up this way? I think you probably are. It will somewhat annoy Belgrade once again, but that is acceptable. Singapore. We were the first to meet Singapore, and there's another island. Alright. What are we going to get? I think we might get walls. So, one of the things that I, of course, have been doing in this series is talking about Civilization 6, and I have just finished watching one of the developer gameplay sessions where they were talking, one about Norway, but we covered Norway pretty extensively yesterday, and I don't think there's anything much more that I need to go into there. But they also talked a lot more about religion, which kind of ties in quite well to what we were trying to do in founding a religion. But there are many similarities in how religion works in Civ 6, but there are also some very interesting differences. The main one being that religious units can actually fight each other, like on the field, rather than just running past each other completely powerlessly. They'll actually engage and fight. And the victor of those battles, whether it's only the victor if a unit is killed, will actually change the spread of religion in the local area. So basically, if an apostle kills a missionary, then within 10 tiles of that battle,
or gold or iron, an emperor,
medieval era, then within 10 tiles of that battle, cities will have that religious pressure exerted upon them. And there are some bonuses that you can get to increase combat power. Different religious agents have different combat powers. So, for example, a missionary cannot actually attack other religious units. They're the exception. Mogadishu. But they can obviously defend themselves. However, apostles, which are kind of the new great prophet, I don't know whether they are still considered a great person. I'm actually not sure about that. I kind of suspect they're not. So how exactly they're built, I don't know. I don't know too much about the kind of religious faith element, just about how religion spread works, because that was what they were talking about. So yeah, you can get apostles, which can extend or provide new beliefs for your empire. They can also launch an Inquisition. And once you have launched an Inquisition that does use up the apostle, then you can build Inquisitors. And Inquisitors are excellent at fighting other religious agents, especially when they're in home territory or within territory of their religion. Actually, I'm not sure on the definition there. I think it's within home territory. So they're very good defensive, but you can also use them aggressively to attack other religious agents abroad. Ooh, another merchant of Venice. Lovely. Apostles are also, yeah, they must be the Great Prophet equivalent, actually thinking about it, because their other ability, and this is the one that uses charges in the same way that missionaries or Great Prophets use charges in Civ 5, they can completely eradicate, well, they can convert a city and completely eradicate the faith of... No, that's only if they have a promotion. That's what, yeah. No, apostles are not Great Prophets. But when you build them, they can come with a free promotion, I think. And one of those free promotions basically makes them behave like the Great Prophets in Civ 5, where they can insta-convert a city and eradicate other religions in that city as well. Which is kind of cool. And religious units don't heal when they're in friendly territory, they heal when they're in friendly holy sites, which are the holy district, where temples and the like are built. Another construction workshop. 10% more production and +2 production. Yes, please. Thank you. Man, we're losing -15 gold. Thankfully, we're earning quite a lot of gold through all the exploration we're doing. We've got all these unmet players. Where are they all? This isn't that big a map. It's only standard. And for sure here, we've got writing for free. That's lovely. And we have Cesar Federici. But I think I might save you. I mean, we could potentially use you to grab Belgrade, which would definitely be able to trade with these guys. You know what? That's not a bad shout. And that would also allow us to control very much this area. What I'd normally like doing is getting religious agents and then using, traders, and then using them to go further afield. So actually maybe going for Budapest would be the better option here. Because you kind of want to spread out as Venice. So you have as much trade area as possible. So you have the maximum possible options in terms of what trade you want to do. So yeah, I think we're going to go to Budapest with you. So we'll need to send back a trireme to escort. And then we get physics in 16 turns, which includes Notre Dame, which is its plus 10 happiness and plus 4 faith, but it's a bit too late for that now. I guess we built a shrine near the city, Chichen Itza. That's with civil service, which is plus 4 happiness. I had not realised that. And having got writing is nice, then we can get calendar in just 2 turns, then kind of blitz our way up towards compass. Currency would also be nice because it increases the gold in a city, but we're not actually trading with anyone, so it's kind of irrelevant. Alright, let's land the troops and start the offensive. Another ruin. Interesting. Kathmandu. We are the first to discover you. And you're also right on the bottom of the map. But Kathmandu is in kind of an interesting spot because you can control movement through there. Alright, scouts back at full strength. There's a ruin over here, so I think that is where we should go. You have built that. 2, 3, so that's out of range. You could, however, build a farm down here. You should be well on your way. We do need a trireme over on this side. You there! Sail down here. And then you can sail over here and hold that spot. Good! Oh man. 83 damage inflicted, because our strength is 32. And we took it. Haha! We attack again? No, we can move after attacking, but we can't attack again. So yeah, the empire I wanted to talk about today is Congo from Civ 6. That is one of the newest. In fact, I think it's the first time that they've appeared as a major power. They've appeared as city-states before, but never as a major power. So yeah, they are kind of interesting. They kind of play the religious game, and yet they also kind of don't. And by that, I mean that they cannot actually build holy sites, which prescribes them from getting temples and things, which I think are the things that are required to build missionaries and inquisitors and the like. However, to counter this, when they are converted to a foreign faith, once 50% of their cities have been converted to another faith, so that becomes a majority faith, they actually adopt the founder belief of that religion. That is a hugely powerful ability, because the founder beliefs are usually redonkulously strong, and this is a belief that only the founder of that religion gets. So when a religion is spread to another city, they will often get a number of beliefs which does boost them, but only the founder of that religion gets that belief. And we can get exploration and commerce. Now commerce would be the obvious one, because it increases the amount of gold in the capital city and it allows us to get Big Ben. Big Ben is very strong for traders. And exploration gives us the +1 movement, +1 sight, which the Great Lighthouse would have given us, and the two do stack, so that gives you +2 movement, +2 sight, which is ridiculous. Then if you have that as England, you actually get +4 movement, so you can basically just skip across the world to your heart's content. So +2 from all land trade, that's rubbish. Lands Connect, yeah. Purchasing items in cities requires 25% less gold. That is very strong, because obviously as Venice we're going to be buying a lot of stuff in the future, and Big Ben will reduce the price of that further. So I think we actually get 35% off. I think that's what Big Ben does. Let's double check. Big Ben. Yeah, 15%, so it's 30%. No. Was the other one 30%? 25, so we get 40% cheaper stuff. which is really, really, really strong, especially when you're making a bunch more money anyway. Right, Scout, you are moving over here. You are skipping down south. You're just exploring. You're ruin. You're going through here, Monaco. And you're heading up to this coastline. And you're killing these guys rather easily. See how strong they are, they're ridiculous. But because they're cavalry, they don't get defensive bonuses, I don't think. Fine. You are fortifying that position, although there's not much that we can do up there. Alright, so what else is special about Congo? They also generate free great artist and great merchant points every turn, so you can get great people very easily. And that is useful because for every relic, artifact or great work of sculpture that Congo owns, it also produces gold production and food, as well as, I guess, culture, which would be its default thing. Are you going to attack them and kill them? I hope not. You totally are. Don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die. Yes! Come on! It's because we destroyed the encampment, so the barbarians tend to get somewhat frustrated by that. Those guys did just commit suicide. You're going to run away, and you're going to kill them. And you were promoted. We're going to upgrade you to fight in open terrain, because obviously non-open terrain is completely pointless for you. So one of my favourite things about Congo is their Mbaza, which is a replacement for the neighbourhood district, and that is basically where you get housing. The way that happiness works in Civ 6 is instead of happiness you have amenities, and amenities basically is a soft cap as to the maximum population for that city. There isn't a global variable anymore like happiness is currently in this, rather it's on a per city basis. And they can build the Mbaza district, which allows them to grow their cities bigger. And the special thing about the Mbaza is they get it earlier than other civilizations, so they will have big cities from like the Middle Ages. And big cities are a good thing because that allows you to get more production, more money, more culture, more science, more everything really. I mean, population is a good thing. Furthermore, Mbazas also generate food and gold, which further enhances the size of a city and obviously the amount of money they make, which is kind of cool. Their unique unit is the Ngao Mbeza, which has they're basically shield warriors. They have a bonus against ranged units, and they have no movement penalty in woods or rainforests, and woods and rainforests do not block their sight. They also don't cost iron to produce, so they must be the replacement for swordsmen. So I think that's all of the main things about the Congo I wanted to say. Basically they just sound like a really strong kind of all-around nation. They could really do more or less anything. I mean, they produce loads of money thanks to their enhanced great merchant production and the fact that their Mbazas generate extra gold and their artifacts and stuff generate extra gold. So they'll be very strong in the Middle Ages and Industrial Age. Probably a bit weaker early. No, not necessarily, because they get their Ngao Mbeza early. So yeah, they'll be a very strong all-round civilization actually. They don't really have any weaknesses. And then their lack of religion, but also having a really, really strong religion bonus, means that they don't need to be too aggressive in expanding their religion. But they still get all the bonuses for having it. Yeah, so that's Congo. Right, we're guarding you because you are going to Budapest. Oh yeah, there was one other thing actually, which they highlighted in that gameplay session. You can get little pins which you can drop on the map, which are basically notes to you in the future saying do this or do that or build here. So for example, when I finish this episode, and it will be quite soon, I could drop a pin on Budapest saying puppet this instead of Belgrade, otherwise I might get confused and go for Belgrade instead. That would be a mistake, because Budapest would be a much stronger choice. I want the library. More science! Could do an amphibious assault to attack him, but I don't think it's really worth it. Just continue sailing over and grab that. You need to go and heal. We'll send you home to do that, I think. And you're just guarding him. Alright. And once again, we want the kind of middle city rather than one of these ones at the bottom, because their range will be more limited. Still have no trade routes available. I got really unlucky. If Venice had been on this side of the island, we would be in a much, much stronger position right now. And Bratislava, which might be an even better option than Budapest. I mean, we do also want a good city, obviously. I mean, the cities are still hugely important to us, despite the fact that we can't choose what they produce. But with Venice, you kind of want the strategic stuff more than the city itself being good, because you rely so heavily on trade. So it's both area denial and area opening. Bratislava doesn't look too bad a city. Budapest, huge production. And you've got iron, lots of iron. Which would be good for ironclads. Now, was there a barbarian settlement? There is. There's one over there. So we'll jump off here, because we're faster on land, and we'll skip over onto that side. Alright, I think we'll finish this turn, then we'll end. I'm still making money, amazingly. I mean, our treasury is increasing while we're losing money. That's what I mean to say there. And it is now 840 AD. Yes, I know I'm trespassing in Zanzibar. You've done your job, so we'll send you home as well. Let's go explore around Bratislava, shall we? Yeah, it's actually quite a nice spot. I think we'll go for Bratislava rather than Budapest. Although Budapest is better positioned to trade with these. But then again, Bratislava will have the slightly longer range, so even though the initial trade routes won't be able to reach that far, the later ones will be worth more money because they are a bit further away, which is ultimately where Venice is going to make its money. But it's still kind of frustrating. We're jumping off here. What am I getting? 55 more gold. Marvellous. Finished the road. Done the road. I get loads of iron actually. Still trying to decide between the two, because this one is just so much closer to all the minor nations. Bratislava might be closer to a major nation though. I just don't know, we can't see that far. Regardless, it's definitely not Belgrade. So I think we'll finish this turn so I sail past Belgrade, so I don't think I'm trying to establish here. So I'm going to start saying goodbye now. So thank you very much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, then please do hit that like button, particularly if you are enjoying the stuff that I'm talking about Civ 6. I just thought that this was a pretty good platform in which to talk about it. If you have any tips or advice for me, or if you just want to talk about the stuff I'm bringing up here, do let me know in the comment section. I'm always very interested to read those, and I do try and respond to pretty much everything there. And if you haven't done so yet, please do consider subscribing as well. Wellington has also been seen before. And yes, you can indeed buy a city-state from the coastal province. Good to know. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, and I will catch you next time. Goodbye.